right, tiny boat builders, I've got the biggest part of my deck done. I've got a few more pieces to put in, so this video is not about that, but I did get all of my rivets sealed with fiberglass resin, and so now I'm doing a leak test. Got my water hose ran in here, and right now I'm about a third full. You can see the water line here. Of course, I'm parked on a hill, so it's running back that way, but as long as I can get up to right here underwater, there's no rivets from there up, so that'll tell me if it's going to leak or not. But you can kind of see, let's see if I can get it where it's right. You can see just a little bit of the brown tint there. On the sides, especially at the top part, I put it kind of thin. On the bottom, however, let's see if I can show you. It doesn't show up too well on the video, but you can kind of see where it's shiny there over the rivets. So I just took fiberglass resin. There we go, that shows up pretty good. And I did do some sanding. The resin tried to harden on me as I was applying it, so I had some sharp edges. So I did some sanding to get those off. But anyway, so here's my leak test. So far it's looking good. I don't see any wet spots on the concrete, so that's what I was hoping for. I'll get it filled up to the back there and see, you know, however far that gets me up here, and if I'm not showing any leaks at that point, I think that'll be good. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I filled up with water about as much as I can. You can see the top of the water line about right there, and then of course the slope that I'm on, the water comes up to like right here. So every rivet on the bottom of the boat is submerged in water, and it's been sitting here about 30 minutes. I filled it up, went inside and ate some lunch, and when I came back out, you can see I've got one water spot right there, and it actually is not from a rivet at all. I drew a circle around it right there. Right there. It is actually where the center rib in the bottom of the hull is split. And obviously, as you can see, and if you watched any of my earlier videos, you can see I had to do a lot of work on this hull. That whole center rib pretty much was split. I've already put the marine weld in here after I riveted in some holes, but it's leaking right in front of it there. So what I'm going to do, that's the only spot that's leaking, so I will drain all this out, let it dry, clean that spot up really good there, and put more marine weld. I'll probably just go ahead and take it on up to the back side of that floor brace there, and that will suffice, because the floor braces themselves are going to hold the hull together. They're not going to let it split any further. It's going to take the pressure off of that. I just need to basically seam that back together where it's, you can't even see the split, but it's just enough to let it leak a little bit. So once I do that, then the outside will be ready for paint, and I'll also finish the bracing for the deck, and I'll do a complete video on that. But anyway, there was my leak test and the final result from that. So I've got one little repair. Not too bad after all that I had to do to this hull. I'm pretty pleased. All right, stay tuned for more. See you guys later.